And we're back. And we are back. Just to have another insight. So many of my insights, right? I I've learned something today on top of the fact that I've been stuck and fighting myself whether to do this or not to do this, or if I should do it or if it's pointless. Um, I figured out, not figured out, but I'm feeling that sometimes it's hard to change people. You know, I was reading a quote today, and somebody says, "If you figure out how hard it is to change yourself, imagine trying to change somebody else." So, you know, in relationships, in friendships, in with your coworkers, with careers, or whatever, or jobs, sometimes you work hard. You try to better yourself. You try to even look for ways to fix things, right? Even in life, we just try to fix everything. And Kyle Cease the other day was talking about it too. He was stating that you you cannot fix anything. You know, if you're trying to fix it, that's right there. Not that's the problem. It shouldn't be fixed. It's just you don't. You should just move on. And I think in society, I think a lot of times I've been led that if there's a situation, there's a problem, you gotta fix it. So, you know, I I read my. I will look for books. I will do my research, how to do this, how to better this, and how to better that, and it's still just a clash. It's still like the values that some people might have are not congruent with mine, and maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just being stubborn or whatnot. But you know, you try to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I treat them with as much respect as I can. But I think there comes a point where you just know that the person's not going to change, right? And now you have to decide whether you're gonna stick around and be that you know fixer upper, as they call it, and try to fix things and I guess fight against the force, right? And maybe there's a reason why there's a force. Then maybe there's a I don't know. You always hear like, oh, you have to work things out. You have to you know you never have you should never just leave you know without closure or one like when it comes to relationship. But I was like, why not? Like, why do you have to give any type of explanation? You guys, if you've been giving yourself or that or even yourself, even your relationship with yourself, you're just who you are, and we try to fix ourselves. Oh, you are not good enough in this, so we got to go and fix this. But why can't we just accept it and move on? Accept ourselves, accept whatever default deficiencies we have, and just move on. Same thing with friendships. If a person is not adding to your you know well-being, and it's more of a drainage on the energy, I think trying to fix it just kept takes away more energy. And I think we should um, just understand that it's something that you cannot fix. And this is such a hard thing to learn because you don't want to just leave things the way they are. You want to fix things. You want to believe that you can change people, that you can change the way they believe or their actions or their beliefs. And realizing that it's so hard to change your own beliefs. Imagine trying to change another person's beliefs. We fight and we argue and we discuss, politics and all these type of things people discuss, trying to change the person's beliefs or point of view, right? And we don't realize that we can't change our own beliefs. It's super hard to change our own beliefs. Like, you really have to work on it every day. Imagine changing somebody else's beliefs. So when I started thinking about that, I'm like, wow, it's a tough way to look at it, and it's a realization that it's like you're going up a hill, and the hill's not gonna have its low point. It's gonna be up the hill all the way. It's no downhill. So if I could give a message away today, which I learned myself, is sometimes everything that goes against us is there for us. Everything is there for us to accept what it is. Acceptance is really big. Acceptance in us, acceptance in whatever situation you're in, acceptance in your life. And the slowly but surely understanding of that, I think, is helping me evolve become a better person and understand that I don't have to argue with somebody for half an hour, knowing that they will never be able to see my beliefs or understand my beliefs, whether I'm right or wrong, or if I think I'm right. Who knows who's right or who's wrong, right? These are just, theories. We don't know who's right and who's wrong, but we in our head say I'm right and you're wrong, and then we kind of build this type of battle with that person, and now you're like, oh man, we that person's not a nutcase. They're wrong, but maybe you might be the one that's wrong. We don't know. I may be the. I'm not. Who knows? Who's to say they know? So that's a big revelation. And I think once you go upon life like that, you don't argue as much. You kind of just say, okay, no problem. I understand your point of view. Good. Have a nice day, and you don't have to argue about anything. So, moving forward for me, evolving 2019. As hard as it is, I have to hold my tongue and not argue, and remind myself that you cannot change others. You cannot change others. You can try, but your beliefs cannot be ingrained in somebody else's. They have to see it for themselves. They have to teach it to themselves. They have to be their own teacher. And we can show it to them, but if they're not ready to learn it, if they're not ready to grow, you've done your job. You've done your job. And it's hard to accept. Super hard. Super hard. But I believe that this is when you know you're growing and you're a different person. So you have a good night, guys. Take care.